So we were typically getting about 18 to 20,000 views per video.
Yeah, we got like 40,000 views on one video once we were like, oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it was early days.
So you didn't market it?
No, we were just sort of hoping that eventually one would take off. And the giant balloon got 2 million views in a day, shared everywhere. And all of a sudden, all of a sudden had an Australian breakfast TV show calling up and saying, do a live interview with us. So all of a sudden we're going from, almost no views to millions of views overnight. And I remember I was at the pub with you, and I said, I've got to go and do a live satellite link to Australia, because it was the morning.
It was the Friday after we posted the video, and I was at the pub pretty drunk, and he was like, I've got to go and do a radio interview in Oxford with someone in Australia. I was like, you crack on. And so he went to Oxford in night time and did a radio interview in the morning in Australia, and then came back to the pub. I was like, oh sweet.
Yeah, I think it was about 10:30 at night for us.
Yeah.
And I looked pretty dishevelled in that video, which you can find online.
Yeah.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
So after all this, this is sort of non-YouTube related, but after all this stuff that happened in England, has Joel texted you about the end of the world yet?
Joel went nuts on Twitter last night.
Yeah, it was
after the Brexit. Man, I can't believe we left. We left the EU, Dan.
I got a question. Hi guys. Quick question. How long does it take to film, edit, and upload? Like, how long do you guys take? What's your time frame? And what do you guys use to edit as well?
So I do all the editing. Filming, what do you think, Simon? Like 3 hours filming a video?
It depends completely on the video. Some videos take 5 minutes, some take a whole day.
I would say it's an average about 3 hours, and we shoot a lot of coverage. So we shoot the phantom footage. If we can do it several times, we'll get different angles of it. Then is a part that I never really show, but it takes a long time to download the footage. The camera we use shoots 16 gigabytes per second of real time. So you should see my office. It's basically a fort made of hard drives.
What was the... we did the shot for the CD shattering. It was, 173,000 frames.
Yeah, that was a different camera we used that time. That was 170,000 frames per second, which meant shooting for 4 seconds, we ended up with 7.5 hours of footage.
How big was the file?
The file was 96 gigs, because that one shot 24 gigs per second. So typically after a day of filming, I'll hook up all of the cameras to my computer and just download it overnight. It downloads through Ethernet, which is pretty annoying. It's pretty slow compared to modern day connections. And then I have to convert it once it's downloaded to footage that I can edit, because the camera really just records a bunch of still images, and you then have to mush it all into a video.
That's the technical term as well.
Mush.
Mushing.
Mush, mush, mush.
What are you doing? I'm mushing in a minute.
And then I used to use Final Cut 7 to edit, and then I moved to Adobe Premiere. And now I'm actually using Final Cut 10, which is an awful program to use. I hate it. But the speed ramping tools are actually quite good. So I can quickly ramp up to normal speed, ramp down to slow-mo. And it's actually a lot quicker, and it renders really fast on my computer. So for some reason, I'm using Final Cut 10.
Hello, guys.
Hello?
I was wondering, Dan, how much of your closet is your own merchandise?
Oh. I mean, this one I've worn a few times. I think it's actually got paint stains on it from some sort of videos, probably blood stains on it as well. But I like to have a few available at all times.
Yeah, at our convention in Austin, we did a Q&A like this, and we were throwing out t-shirts. But we were supposed to throw out t-shirts. The box was left under the table, and no one told us where it was. So we ended up with a box of t-shirts that Dan has just, you keep it in the shed, don't you?
Yeah.
So every day when we're filming and Dan's covered in paint or ketchup or something, he just goes into the shed and comes out squeaky clean.
Yeah. So my face might be covered in crap, but then I've got a clean t-shirt on. It's like, how does that even work?
I think you've got about 40 of those.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Of varying sizes.
So in answer to your question, a large proportion of my wardrobe are these t-shirts.
What up, guys?
What's up?
You guys film a lot of cool stuff. What's the most dangerous thing you guys ever videoed? To the point where I don't want to do this anymore. So dangerous or something like that.
Was the question what's the most dangerous?
Yeah.
To me, we've blown that building we were talking about that we blew up. It looks ridiculous, but it was actually very safe. it was rigged up by special effects team to blow safely, and we were at a safe distance. The most dangerous stuff we do is the stuff that's completely unpredictable.
Yeah.
For example,
any build-up of pressure that we do.
we were trying to replicate a video where someone was trying to get their lava lamp to melt faster, so they put it in the microwave and it exploded. I think it might have killed them actually. I think someone died doing that. So we put the lava lamp in the microwave and then just hid behind stuff. But it didn't blow up. It was just going around heating, and I think the seal broke, so it was just kind of boiling off. But stuff like that is the most dangerous because you can't approach it for a while just in case it explodes in your face. And then we end up trying to like throw stuff in the microwave trying to knock it down.
Yeah. It's so chip shop, isn't it?
Yeah. Because we don't, I mean, a lot of YouTubers, they'll bring in other editors or camera crew to help. But we find that we make the best content when it's just us. So we never have any crew unless it's a sponsored video. Typically it's just us stood in front of 2 unmanned cameras, which is why, you know, we have to leg it to the camera to stop it sometimes.
The thing with slow-mo is that obviously there's a lot of fast-moving stuff, and if that stuff is made of metal or glass, then it's inherently dangerous.
Yeah.
So anything with like fire that you can't predict and like build-ups of pressure and flying pieces of metal, it's all pretty dangerous to be honest.
And sadly, the most impressive looking stuff is usually the most dangerous. Hey.
Guys. Okay, so I have 2 questions. The first one is that, have you guys ever had a rejected idea where you guys were like, that is absolutely not going on YouTube because it can't? And also the second one is for kind of Gavin involving Rooster Teeth. If Slow-Mo guys had to pass the torch to 2 Rooster Teeth crew members who are Rooster Teeth people, who would they be and what would their new name be?
Okay. Well, I was listening to the second question. What was the first one again?
If you guys had any rejected ideas.
Oh, the rejected ideas. So for the channel, it's just us who decides what we put out, so we don't really reject each other's ideas. When I used to work in the film industry, we did have some requests to work on stuff that we didn't want to do. One of them was a scientific study about the brain and muscles, and what they were going to do, they were going to get this horse and shoot it in the head, because the horse, you know, they had to put down this horse for whatever reason. And they wanted to see how quickly the muscles move, from the moment of impact from the bullet, sort of which muscles move first. And it just sounded way too gruesome. I didn't want to see that. And especially not in slow-mo. Can you imagine seeing that? You would want to see that?
Oh God.
Where were you 8 years ago? Yeah. So stuff like that, I don't know. I know that stuff happens anyway, it makes me sad. And in terms of passing the torch to 2 people at Rooster Teeth, I'd say Michael's got to be involved. Just him raging in slow-mo.
See the blood vessels burst.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Hey guys, quick question for you. So, personally, I just want to know from your perspective, what has been the most fascinating thing that you guys have seen in slow-mo of your own videos that you've put together?
Well, I think that's a difficult question to answer because a lot of the time we don't know what's going to happen. Like, no one's ever seen it before, so we can't predict it, and then we'll do something that looks completely innocuous, and then we'll watch it back and be like, holy crap, we never expected that to happen. There's quite a lot of instances where that's been the case.
Yeah, there's been a few things I've filmed in my career that's been amazing. You know, you can do that thing where if you use the right frequency of sound, you can break a wine glass, and it just looks like it's, you know, vibrating and then it explodes. In slow-mo, it just sort of, at the very last minute, right before it pops, it almost looks like a moving liquid. And I guess, I don't know what, some people say glass is a liquid.
Yeah, it supposedly is, yeah.
But it just turns to fluid liquid right before it explodes everywhere. That was cool. And once I was filming a dragonfly. I was just trying to get sort of nature shots of insects. That was what I used to do in my downtime. And I filmed this dragonfly take off from a leaf. It's actually on the channel. And when I played it back, I saw that the dragonfly took off from a leaf just as a tiny fly flew next to it, and it ate it right out of the air. Totally in focus. I could not have planned it. It was the flukiest shot I've ever taken in slow-mo.
I think my favourite part of that video is the sound you put in,
Yeah.
where the dragonfly comes up and gets it and it goes like,
I ate a piece of popcorn into a microphone. I put the crunch over the dragonfly. I'm pretty sure there was no real crunch.
yeah.
Too small.
They put that in nature shows as well, though.
Yeah.
They do that.
But typically, when you see Planet Earth or any nature show, the camera people are so far away that there's no way they could actually get decent sound. So a lot of stuff you see is sound effects added in. They just sound a lot more realistic than a bloke eating popcorn.
It's kind of like the Matrix though. Like, how do you know that's what an ant sounds like? It's ridiculous.
All right, first off, hi, how are y'all this morning?
Doing pretty well.
Hello, yeah, sure.
Doing well. My question is, what inspired you to start making like the slow-mo videos that you do?
Well, I was always very fascinated by slow-mo. I love seeing stuff slow down, and I think this is the way for a lot of YouTubers. You just want to share what you make with other people, and that's why the YouTube is the best platform for us. It's the biggest audience, and it spreads our stuff the furthest. Well, we're still building a community. That stuff can happen on Facebook too, but you don't get that sort of community of people who check back every video. So that's why I wanted to do it.
Yeah. Agreed.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm wondering, when you're pushing a button and running, how do you protect the $100,000 camera?
No, we don't.
Typically, our safety measures are
Plastic bags, maybe?
put on a long lens and put the camera really far away, and hope for the best.
If there's paint involved, then we'll cover it with like a
Yeah,
plastic bag or something like that.
We've bagged the camera if ever we have to shoot in the rain or there's a splash risk.
What about like exploding things coming out of the microwave? Like,
We've been very lucky. Like stuff has hit the lens. Like we've hit the lens with like Lego blokes, paint, like all sorts of stuff.
For the microwave lava lamp one, if you can kind of predict where stuff's going to fly out, you can just slightly offset the camera far away, and typically everything will miss.
Like stuff's hit the tripod, like the door of a microwave. Hit
Yeah.
the tripod, and you can see the camera go like.
Thankfully, we have insurance. We wouldn't shoot without it.
Hi. I think of all the dangerous videos you guys film, is there one that stands out as where you got ready to start shooting and you thought to yourself, this is a particularly bad idea?
Oh god, loads of times, yeah.
Yeah, we typically follow through and just shoot anyway.
Well, what usually happens
Is
is
there
I'll
one that
go.
stands above the other ones?
I'll go like. No, I'm not doing it. There's no way I'm doing this. And Gal will go, come on. And I'll go, alright, fine. Yeah, I can't think of any in particular. There's just a lot of different ones. Like,
I would say we've got a lot more scared since starting the channel. Like in the trailer, you hit a deodorant can with a hammer, the back end of a hammer, and it explodes, and you're like a foot away from it. I don't think you do that now.
oh, I've done a few things with an axe and some spray paint and things.
Yeah. The next video that's going to come out, either today or tomorrow, is we made an art piece using spray paint, but we tried to paint without ever using the nozzle of the spray paint. So we're painting it with an axe and a sledgehammer, all that fun stuff. We made a right mess of my backyard.
Yeah, you're trying to sell that place and it's just covered in like.
Yeah, the place where we film, I'm trying to sell that place, and
There's holes in the floor.
get some funny looks from people who see the house. They'll see like spray paint all over the grass, massive holes, bits of balloon stuck up in the tree,
Just a sign that says, do not go in the shed.
and a shed full of the most random stuff.
Yeah.
It was actually when I was filming with Steve-O, we tied a balloon to a tree and he did a backflip while breathing fire to burst it.
Standard.
And we were trying to hang the balloon from the tree without popping it, so we wrapped a towel over one of the branches so that the balloon wouldn't rip against the bark. And the towel caught fire and sort of melted to itself. And I can't get it down, it's just stuck around the branch. It's like a green towel up there.
I would love to see what people's guesses were when they come to see the house and be like, what happened
Yeah.
here?
I want to bring in like a forensic crime scene unit to figure out if they can predict the trajectories of different objects and stuff.
Definitely slow-mo guys, yeah.
Was there like during filming, was there any problem with like police or like neighbors, like authorities?
We've actually always been pretty lucky with the neighbors we've had. My current neighbor is a 60-year-old Texan man who he can't get enough of it. Whenever we film, he pokes his head over to see what we're up to.
How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, he's great.
Cheers, Fred. Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah.
Sometimes we give him a bit of warning. There's never much danger involved in stuff going over there, but we let him know, if you see a bunch of sparks fly up in the air or a giant fireball, don't worry about it. It's fine, we've got it under control. We did that actually with, we attached wire wool to some string, you burn it, and spin it around, and it sends sparks absolutely everywhere. And I think he did catch a couple, but I made sure I sprayed water over his fence first, just so nothing would catch fire. Because Texas gets pretty dry, so we absolutely doused the place for that one.
Yeah. I mean, still managed to throw flame wire well into his garden, but sure.
Yeah, just a little bit. It was actually more difficult shooting in England at Dan's grandparents' place. It was a great location, very wide open. We could do a lot of explosions there. Oh, but there was a guy. I think he had a stunt plane.
There's literally, right, there's an airport, like maybe, I think it's like a private airstrip or something nearby, and we'd just be filming, we'd be like setting up everything perfectly quiet, middle of the countryside, and then you just suddenly hear, and someone doing a backflip in a plane, and you're like, for God's sake, why?
And it was a super rural area, so you get a lot of horses going by.
I feel like if he'd crashed when he was doing that, I'd be like, excellent, right, let's go. Let's continue.
I quickly get the Phantom.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, focus that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been lucky with neighbors. Who's up next?
Do you ever find it hard to like come up with ideas for videos? Do you ever find it hard to come up with ideas for videos, like what you're gonna film, or like if it takes you a long time?
I think actually, do you want to answer it? I feel like I keep answering this.
That's right. The thing is, we've got a list of a lot of things that we want to film, right? But it's just getting everything together in the right place to film it, because obviously it's difficult because I'm in the UK or Gab's over here or whatever. And for instance, like I said, with maybe a wrecking ball, maybe that's an idea, right? But we can't just film it like that. So it's like, it takes a lot more prep. So it's getting the things all together is the most difficult part, like getting all the shopping we need, getting all the right cameras, the right place, the right equipment. And that's becoming more and more difficult because, like I said before, there's less stuff that we can do in just the back garden. So it's, yeah, so we've got plenty of ideas, it's just putting them into practice.
Because we film so infrequently, we actually come up with so many ideas between filming sessions that we've never run out. We're never sort of struggling as to what to shoot. Our list seems to be getting longer, quicker than we can get through it, which is a great problem to have. And as new camera technology comes out, faster frame rates, we can revisit older ideas and show them even slower.
Yeah, like sometimes we film stuff and been like, well, that's just not quick. Like we don't have the capability to actually film that, so we can go back.
Yeah, the cameras we have, we tend to stick around the 2500 FPS mark to keep it HD, which is crap for bullets. If at that speed, a bullet is just going to be
bullets, explosions.
A glass crack will happen in 1 or 2 frames. A bullet will just be a streak. So as camera technology advances, we'll be able to revisit stuff that was too fast, or stuff we've already filmed and just wasn't that good. I want to do that melon again. You remember when we put the melon next to you and you see all the fragmentation?
Yeah, I'm wearing eye protection this time.
Yeah, I want to do that again.
I was actually sat in front of it, so I knew nothing was going to hit me because there was no angle for it. But it twatted me on the side of the head though. Left a big mark.
There's 1 or 2 frames of that footage where the cracks have just formed in the melon and it's completely lit up from the inside.
That's wicked.
So seeing that moment for a bit longer, that is very cool to me.
So, by far, what was your weirdest video?
What video, sorry?
By far, what was your weirdest video?
Weirdest video?
Weirdest video. Well, you puking was a bit weird.
I mean, I just drank like a gallon of milk. I kind of expected that to happen, but
there has been some stuff where I've been focusing on the camera or just watching the footage back and I just think, can we put this online? Vomit was one of them. It was so disgusting. I also
he almost puked from me puking. I'd be there like poking my eyes out and like bleeding from my eyeballs from puke, and he'd be there like just trying to film it.
Yeah.
Like pushing the button.
I'd be focusing and then I'd play it like or watch it like this. Save it.
Are you in focus?
And then I have to edit it, which means staring at it for about 8 hours. Yeah, let's zoom right in on that streak of vomit there. We also filmed Dan's uvula thrashing around.
Oh, that was weird. That was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't look pleasant. The human body is an incredibly flappy piece of technology. There's a lot of sloshy movement.
There's a lot of flappy tech, isn't there?
Yeah.
A lot like
even if you just film someone running, and
even if it's like a model, like a model with like
even an athlete, who's in great shape.
Yeah.
The muscles are incredibly jiggly if you film someone running, just because the muscles are, they've got to move bone and all that stuff. There's a lot of give in them, and you really see, if you ever see someone throw something, you see all this arm goop, move around. It's really interesting.
I mean, don't ever film a woman in slow-mo because it'll ruin her idea of what she looks like. She'll be, even if she's in great shape, she'll be running. She'll be like, "Oh my god, what is that? Oh god!"
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. For more videos, click on the screen and visit my website for cool merchandise.